Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, how's it going? Hello.
Hi.
Oh, Ohio. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Justin,
Mark.
and you're watching and or listening to episode 417 of DangIT Prodcast. Welcome back, everybody. Uh, it's been quite a week. It's certainly been a week.
Certainly.
I was just discussing with Mark exactly what to really cover because, of course, we have our usual like day-to-day stuff that's been happening as far as
But
games,
if
anime,
you're an
manga. But
But if you're an American right now, there's definitely another topic on the news.
there's been a bit of talk. I was uncertain. I'll give full disclosure. I wasn't sure if I wanted to really cover it because that's something I tend to just avoid just for the sake of focusing more on entertainment. But I understand that this is something that's also very impactful, and I think that we should at least touch up on it. So if you guys are in the know, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are, especially in the Americas. Um, it's about abortion, right? And
Yes,
how
the Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade, which was a law that was a federal protection for abortion.
mhm. Essentially it would allow anyone to have an abortion. However, now in the current state of things, certain states are just banning that from being a thing. So only a few
Yeah,
states then actually allow for it, and others aren't. And you could probably
and it's
guess.
very it's very odd because some of them banned it immediately as yesterday.
So
When it just happened yesterday, I was like,
it's
that was
true.
fucking quick.
That's so quick. So it just means that honestly, like once that was like really that was the main line of like defense for that.
Yeah, it's essentially with Roe v. Wade gone. It like if you were just to hear what it's supposed to be, it's like, oh, that might not be terrible. It's that without the federal protection, it goes to the states to decide.
Hmm.
Even though, granted, yes, it should be the woman's right to decide, of course,
Right.
but this would mean it falls to the states, like to put their limits and restrictions essentially.
But as you were saying, yeah,
And
just how
yeah,
quickly
and
the response was to quickly ban it, like right
it
then and
was
there.
very odd. Like my friend pointed that out, and I was like, that is really weird how quickly. It's almost like they knew it was going to happen.
Hmm. But
But yeah, there was the some states are. I was telling Justin I didn't think it would happen. Like I didn't think they because I was thinking in my head I'm like, okay, there's no way they're actually going to ban. They know that's going to blow up in their face. This is going to start a shit storm. But
mhm.
holy shit, they're actually trying it.
Yeah, and some kind of already have. It's
Yeah,
it's a wild time to be certain. It's gotten like everyone on social media like just
furious.
for lack of better words, yes, they're furious. We're hearing a lot of people's side on this, and honestly, I see it's more hearing the uproar than is hearing like why it is banned. Of course, you're gonna see some people. I read some responses here and there. It's definitely
Yeah,
still the pro-life, pro-choice type of discourse that we've seen like
yeah.
a few
And
times here and there.
I get both sides. Me, I'm usually a middle ground person. Like I told you, and I believe women should have the right to choose. Like I'm not going to say anyone can't choose. Like I don't have the right to tell anyone what they can do.
Hmm.
But for me personally, I am not a fan of abortion. I find it very sad. I could never. I could never do it myself.
Hmm.
It just breaks my heart to think about. But I understand that's not how everyone feels, and I know that I have no right to tell a woman that if she wants an abortion that she can't have one. Like I just know that I can't do that.
Who is this? Ryan Reynolds, six 6996. Say the N word for 22 or 200. I don't even know what they mean by that.
You want us to say the N word for that much?
Oh, as in like for money? No,
Yeah.
this ain't the place. $300. No. Try it again. No,
No,
absolutely
all
not.
the time you
Absolutely
said all you're
not.
talking about. They're talking about this. Hey, yo, bro, you want to say the N word for like $2,000?
No. What about $2,050?
No.
Mm. Yeah, no. Honestly, like my take on it, and obviously this is like given my position, I don't want to like go to this far of a just like tangent on it, but I remember, in our same group, even within the podcast or something like that, maybe it was Christoph who kind of stopped me like real quick, but and I'm starting to forget like the context of it, but I remember that we were trying to give our takes on something before. It was one of those things where it's like, no, don't, no. And
there's nothing wrong with giving your take.
I think, yeah, it's strange, especially if you are trying or are an influencer and you're trying to give your take on this. There has to be like a level, just to put a disclaimer out there. So this is just me putting out my disclaimer in the fact that, one, I don't really follow this stuff like quite heavily, and two, I am in a position where this does not particularly impact me as greatly as another party. In this case, in this case, women who may face this situation where they would want to decide whether they want to go forward with this or not, and the fact is that they won't have that right.
Depending on where they live,
So it's just, I don't know. It's like I'm also in your position too, Mark, where it's a case by case. In most scenarios, in more positive scenarios, obviously having like a child would be like great, but there's also situations that some people can't do that, and and it's like, again, it's case by case. I'm not sure if I should reference this tweet because I don't remember from the top of my head who it was, about it was someone who had met with 11-year-old girl who it's pretty dark here, disclaimer, who was raped by their uncle and is pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, that's in that scenario, it's like
that's one of the biggest arguing points for abortions, like, is those cases.
Yeah.
But
Full
disclaimer though, that those cases are less than 1% of all abortions.
That's fair, but we should also just always consider that too. Just like,
of course, like, I'm not saying don't. I'm just providing like some
right.
I'm just
No,
providing,
I get you. I get you.
Yeah, statistics behind it.
Yeah.
Like, that's not me trying to say don't, like, abortion bad. No, that's just me pointing out like an actual statistic.
Yes, and I'm also trying to think of all the different scenarios in which it would be a bad idea to actually have like such a child, because honestly, in my opinion, like, a child should be in a loving place with like preferably like two parents.
Yeah, ideally,
but I also understand that people's situations, most of the time, like social and financial, can prevent like certain things from happening and benefiting the child, so that child is without certain things I feel like a lot of them should have. So it is case by case, and I just think that and I still kind of fall in between like the pro-life and pro-choice, because it just kind of depends if on what that child would need and if that can be afforded at all. So I don't know, it's just really tough. But ultimately, the fact is that you are, at the end of the day, with everything that's happening, you are taking rights away from women, and that's like, just hearing that is like a step back. Like, what are we doing exactly?
Yeah, and especially because, like, this is just something I've heard. It's been out there. I can't confirm anything on it. There has been somewhat of a word that, I remember something. I think it was like Justice Clarence Thomas. Apparently, he wrote like something about the Supreme Court, like, overruling something that was essentially like a landmark ruling for legalized contraception and same-sex marriage. I was like, there's no fucking way. And I looked that up. I'm like, holy fucking shit.
I think I may have heard something like that before as well.
It's like, because you hear that, you're like, that can't be real. That's got to be a meme.
Like, there's not, that is not like a thing that should be happening. But then you look further into, it's like, oh, that looks like it might be something that's just in the works.
I even heard something about like even against like interracial marriage. I was like, there's no
Whoa, there's
fucking
no
way.
way, bruh. No.
I was like, if that is, dude, there's gonna be a revolution if that happens.
Dude, it's like what's happening?
Dude, there is gonna be a revolution if something like that happens.
Hmm. All of a
Because
sudden,
like,
like we're transported to like One Piece, and it's literally Luffy telling like Usopp at the time, just saying to shoot down that flag, shoot that down
shoot
flag.
down that flag.
It's like, whoa, dude.
Well, I mean, if you ask me, in my opinion, if they were to make those decisions, they don't represent America.
They don't represent the people really, and the
No,
people
like
will.
that's not American.
Or
That's
yes,
not American, in my opinion.
I think honestly, you're hearing about the protests already, so people know what they're gonna do. So
Like
if
I feel
things
like if there's a big enough uproar, they're gonna have to rethink their decision somewhat.
right, and I think that's the mindset for a lot of people. So therefore, the protests are there. A little bit more extremists might be there too, but ultimately, there's gonna be protests. There's gonna be conflict.
Yeah, and
But
that's what's scary, especially with all of the protests, is because it does not take much to turn a protest into a riot.
it's true. So yeah, I mean, it's a crazy time right now, and it almost for me it just came out of left field.
It did. I didn't think it was gonna go through. I thought it was. I thought that was like the when the leak came out. I was like, "There's no way. There's no way."
Hmm.
It's like that. There's a like that's ridiculous. There's no way that would. Holy shit.
Hmm. And honestly, I think one of the good things that kind of came out of it are just like companies assisting those who would actually need an abortion to at least, and I mean they can only do as much as they can, but one of the things that they're doing is for some companies is actually just paying for travel expenses to go to states that allow for it if they ever need that. So
Because they'd have to just go to a different state that allows it.
right, so
It's like you'll still be able to. It's like you will still be able to get an abortion. It's just the fact that it's gonna be a hassle too because you're gonna have to jump through hoops to get it.
right. And man, dude, I also heard something else too about um how like even I'm not even sure if it was back then or even now or what the ideal is the idea that and this is through like me watching someone else's stream and some people were like responding back talking about how like even if you were to go through the abortion, even if you could legally go through it, there are like many ways that they try to like coerce you out of it. um
Uh, Not that I've heard of. I don't know about that honestly.
right, so I mean with a grain of salt, but it just gave me this idea of the fact that like there's some
But
underhanded tactics to kind of like
but
course
I
you
do
do
think
other
that I think that that could be true, but I feel like the opposite as well could be true. I feel like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
very possible that either way, like they could say, you should get it aborted or you should keep it. I feel like either way it could happen.
yeah, like no, like the scenario that was conjured up was like imagine like you're trying to go through the abortion, but in order to go through that, first we have to sign the papers, and the next thing is that you have to listen to it. You actually have to listen to what you're about to like go through as far as the procedure. And I was
But
that's kind of
isn't that
meth.
isn't that normal though? Like, isn't
I,
that
have,
what
I don't know actually.
I'm just saying, like in terms of like a medical procedure, they usually tell you what they're gonna do.
Well, I mean, no, not listen to the procedure. Listen to it inside of you.
Oh, I thought you meant like listen to them describe what's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
my fault. Like I don't know if it's true or not, but um
Speaking of which,
yeah,
do not do.
yeah, like
If
I think that's just like
for
even
those faints of heart, don't look up what an abortion actually consists of, because yeesh.
yeah. Yeah, no, I just feel like obviously this is a very like big choice just by itself. But if there was actually like a procedure which like that's been enacted where you actually have to like listen to essentially the unborn child before you go forward with the abortion, I think that's kind of messed up. That's just my take.
Yeah,
If that was just
that's
if that actually
that's
was
just
the thing.
yeah. That would be playing with your emotions.
Exactly. So I don't know. I just think that stuff like that can be riddled throughout, like as far as just all different types of medical procedures. Like they kind of like talk you into
Hmm.
doing this or doing that. it's kind of like underhanded like dental procedures that you didn't pay for, but you had to go through anyway because you thought you had to go through it.
You need this crown. I do. He just breaks your tooth. Yep, sure do.
Yeah. Turns out all you gotta do is just ask, like, does this cost extra or anything? And you also have the choice of not going through the procedure at all. So
I have a coupon.
I have a coupon. Yeah, no, I've had some dental experiences where it's one of those things where like they'll try to make you go through like another like thing to clean the quote unquote clean your teeth even more so, and you can actually
Yeah,
just say no, no,
yeah,
I'm fine.
it's like it's both offering extra service because like hey, we'll help you out, but it's also I got to make a buck too.
I gotta make a buck too. Like I know your insurance is covering it, but this extra little bit, please.
It's like I get it. You're trying to make money. Everyone needs to make money. I get it, but at the same time, bro, I only have so much money.
Right. So yeah, but other than that, it's just it's wild out there.
It's a mess right now.
So I don't even know what a solution is. I could only just hope that you
A
know,
full reversal.
yeah, I don't know how they
That
would do it,
that's the only thing that would fix this right now is a full reversal of that decision.
but honestly, I think just as what we're doing right now, and I have to thank you, Mark, for bringing it up because otherwise I'd be kind of too fearful to even bring about it. Is the fact that like a lot of people online are voicing their opinions, and that's important too, even if you're not like outright voting for something here and there. It's just the fact that like you're putting like your input there is
Right, there's
is
a lot of people
important.
who aren't even American are.
Yeah, I think that's also very important too.
Yeah, it's like the same way with the war. Like a lot of people who aren't even Ukrainian were voicing their support.
This is true. Yes. My God, dude. Time's changing. Like the whole. And this is a weird thing. Obviously, like we've been around long enough to see all these different like historical events like unfold. Uh, but what
Like,
felt like the most
bro, we've
recent.
been going to another recession. Like, we haven't had one of those since fucking 2008.
Right. But for me personally, like I felt like we hadn't really hit like a historical like thing. Well, I guess this is more like biological stuff, but
Until
it was COVID really that
I say bolded.
yeah, that was for me. That was kind of like this is me living in history right now. This is gonna be talked about like from like decades on end. Like
Oh
it's
yeah,
part of history, and now this right here is also part of the
like
history as well.
the closest thing I can think of to COVID we had before that. Well, there was two things. There was the swine flu
Oh yeah, that's true.
and Ebola.
Hmm.
The only two things I could think of that were even remotely similar.
Right. It's just crazy because like whenever I think of like epidemics or pandemics, it's like it was always like the plague or the swine flu, and COVID was that next thing, and I was like, this is crazy, and now
Do you know
this
how
is just as
actually?
crazy.
Do you know how actually easy it is to take care of the plague?
I think that yeah, like unfortunately those like who suffered from it without any proper like medical solution at the time obviously
Yeah,
dealt with the worst of it, but like once they solved it, it's like
it's
that
like
easy.
just antibiotics. That's it.
Right. It's also it's same thing with tuberculosis.
Yeah, it's like back then it was like, oh, it's a death sentence, but now it's just like, bro, just take this pill.
I know, bruh, science, bruh.
Science, dude.
Damn, dude, done in by science again.
Done in by science again.
But I I think I've said my piece. It's just so crazy. No matter like what your standing is, it's the fact that you literally just took like rights away from people.
Yeah. Human rights.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Oof.
fact that they might be talking about even more rights, and I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, no. Like can we just stop and take a break for a moment? Don't talk about other rights being taken away. Hold on.
It's like, whoa, 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 we're
Slow down.
slipping, we're slipping. They say a slippery slope. Now I'm just like, we're slipping, we're slipping.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on in other news.
Moving on to other news. You know,
What do you want to cover first?
Honestly, I want to talk about it's funny enough. I think I was always gonna make it like a really bad joke in comparison about a certain type of animation being banned. I was like, wait, pause.
Hentai?
I mean, I did say that.
Really? Didn't
So,
that happen in Australia
anyways,
like years ago?
actually, I have no idea.
Yeah, I think hentai was banned in Australia like 2 years ago.
My God, dude, it's crazy. The wildest thing is now that like I start like seeing a lot more anime TikTok stuff. I just see like animation. I think like, oh, that's anime, depending on the art style, of course. And I looked at the comments to see like what's the sauce, bro? What's the sauce? And they said this is not anime. I'm like, oh my God, what? No way.
If you see numbers, this is not the droid you're looking for.
These are not the droids you're looking for. Exactly.
If you see numbers, that's a dojin right there.
Whoop.
And they're like, oh, here you go. Here's the manga for it. It's like, this is a dojin. This is hentai. Not all dojins are hentai, but a large portion of them are.
But Mark, what about Dick Island?
Dick Fight Island. Yeah, that title is still just wild.
Listen, I think they're getting somewhere.
Dude, just the title of Dick Fight Island
It's
is
so
amazing.
funny.
Like, of all the titles.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, I actually have something we can talk about for a second.
Oh, what was going?
I said I actually have something we can talk about for a second, I suppose.
Oh, okay. Was it related to anything animation wise or?
Yeah, it relates to a manga.
Oh, okay.
And that would be Phil said he can't make it. That's all right, Phil.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was that people are really raving right now on the latest chapter of One Punch Man.
Really? I haven't heard anything about
yeah.
this.
Oh, dude, I read it. Holy fuck! It's fucking wild.
Like, how wild are we talking? Are we talking about like feats being like overcome, or are we talking about like whole plot twists is unfolding, that kind of stuff?
We're talking about I think Saitama's actually for once gotten deadly serious.
Deadly serious. Okay.
Like, we've
Okay.
seen Saitama get serious a
Right.
little bit.
A little bit, just a little bit.
But, like, I want to show you just one of the panels that people can't stop talking about.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Because
We can talk about.
Looking at it, you're just like, oh.
Okay, got you. Honestly, if we're gonna go on the topic of mangas, there's one that I do want to kind of talk about just really briefly. But let's see this One Punch Man stuff.
Yeah,
And
here, I'll put it in. I'll send it to you.
We're slowly shifting over to like manga anime. And my quick like verbiage about like One Punch Man was like how crazy it was to see like the season one. Season one was like crazy. Oh,
You're right.
oh, I see it. You know
But
what?
you want to know what that? If you want to know what that's from,
let's see. Oh, is it? Oh, I see. Oh, we're dealing with this dude again. He's like literally, if you like, my God, dude, if you've seen season two, I've only seen season two in clips, right? Only seen clips in two. This guy's a menace. Also, Ghost-san. Hey, Ghost-san, how's it going? One Punch Man, much like earlier My Hero Academia, is a love letter to the golden age of Western comics. It's Superman. Wait, it's Superman Punch good, and that's unironically rad.
true.
Wow, dude. Ugh. Also, My Hero Academia, when it first premiered, that was also really cool too. Oh, oh, that those last couple panels that you just shared to me was that hit different.
That's why everyone's like, dude, holy, he's about to go in.
the worst guilt is the one that's inflicted upon yourself. And this is, yep. Dude, okay. Yeah, yeah, he's about to go in. Oh man, don't give me an excuse to read up on One Punch Man.
He can copy Saitama's exact move, so he's going serious against serious right now.
Oh boy. I have a aching feeling that Saitama will still win that, but it'll still be like it might hurt still.
Oh man, it's
Ooh,
the
okay.
I give this though. The guy Murata who does the art for One Punch Man,
Mm.
dude, holy fuck, he's such a good artist. Like, have you seen the art this man does?
Um no, actually. Aside like
Dude,
outside of the manga, which I don't really read a lot, so
some of the like, dude, some of the scenes that Murata does, oh my god.
I'm gonna have to look
Like,
into it a
it's some
little
of the
bit.
most detailed manga work I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, looking them up right now and just like looking at images. Is that Chun-Li? Yeah.
Such a
Yeah. Um so there's definitely that. That's news to me. I actually wanted to talk a little bit about the Dragon Ball chapter. Super.
I do want to talk about that too. Woo!
Okay, so I'm not going to act shocked, right? About Vegeta. That's one thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, let's be real. I think that it could be said there could be he is still learning.
Yeah, no, I think Ultra Ego, right? Like spoilers ahead of time here. Ultra
A
Ego
double-edged
is
sword.
it's a double-edged sword, and you know, I personally wish that he didn't like always. I wish he wasn't really baiting for like attacks to be hit, because that he hasn't really. I mean, he has a record of like always getting like one punch like at his face, right? But other than that, like he usually will do his best just to fight, and I think that's always been fine with him. But it is an interesting take for him to actually like willingly like receive like hits like consecutively.
Yeah, like he using it as essentially it's like get hit. Ah, thanks, I needed that. It's more fuel,
Yeah,
and that's like I think once Vegeta actually can master this, we are going to see him get a W.
yeah.
Like I do feel like his time is coming.
Right. It's just very slow, and I understand why a lot of like fans are just kind of like either they're really upset or they're just done with
Yeah,
this.
I get the upset. I get it. It's just that, but at the same time, I feel like it's not one day. I know it's people are like when fucking when. I'm like I know. I understand the wait is annoying. I understand it can be annoying to wait sometimes,
Hmm.
and I understand their frustration. But I do think Vegeta's dub is coming.
Goes hand saying Saitama being a guy who's just excited to get a sale for a new microwave above killing a guy is what sets him apart.
You right?
Yeah, he definitely has like that mindset. It's different from your typical like hero, which honestly like given his position, it makes sense.
Also, I do love Goku's Ultra Instinct now,
So
or his new Ultra Instinct. Not I've always liked Ultra Instincts, but I do like the
yeah,
his new form of Ultra Instinct.
I like that it's kind of like a complex type of like thing for Goku, because you know Ultra Instinct, even Super Saiyan, or I'm sorry, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, you know,
Super Saiyan Blue for short.
no, you gotta give it the honorifics.
The honorifics.
Yeah, but like that form as well as Ultra Instinct needs to tap into like a state of calmness, and that's something that isn't really Goku's cup of tea, but he's able to do it. So that's
He
just
can
kind of
do it. It's just not his usual go to.
right. And there's benefits to it, but I do like that they are trying to like for both Goku and Vegeta, they kind of like geared them towards something that more fits them. Um, it initially was really just like opposite ends of Ultra Instinct and Ego, but now it's kind of like more refined like towards them now. So for Goku, he's found himself a application for Ultra Instinct that allows him to tap into emotions still while
without
maintaining right.
basically he doesn't have to maintain his he doesn't have to maintain a complete state of calm. He can actually still use the power while also holding his emotions.
Yes. So the way I the way I kind of like interpret it is that it is kind of like his the kind of the unmastered Ultra Instinct state is what I like see because
Ultra Instinct sign, or oh, it's Omen.
yeah, you could tell me a little bit more about that because I have no idea what you mean by omen.
Oh, it's because there's different levels to Ultra Instinct.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of Ultra Instinct, Omen would be considered what it's essentially considered like a preview to Ultra Instinct. It's like it's just the beginning, a very tapping into it.
Is it just Silver Eyes and it's like, oh, okay, something's going on?
Yeah, that was the one that was the original one we saw in
Yeah,
during the
Turn of Power. So is that what we're seeing here? But he's more
that
consciously aware.
that is what I can't say. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm glad we're in the same
I
boat
don't
then.
I don't know because there's the thing. It looks similar, but at the same time, it kind of gives me a different feel
Mm-hmm.
because even then, with Omen, you saw that he still had to maintain, like to use it well. He still had to keep his composure,
Mm-hmm.
calm, and not and let his body react to everything. Whereas with what he's using now, definitely more like what Goku usually fights like.
Mm-hmm. August Sam's also saying, to be fair, Goku was always that guy who's more naturally chill. So that would interfere with his
True,
Ultra Instinct state.
that is true.
I th-
He is the naturally calm person.
yeah. Although I think Ultra Instincts is like another step further down. That's really just not even having like a conscious per se. It's just like it's as you say, it's a super instinctive type of thing that your body does on its own without you even like naturally thinking about it. Honestly, the state that he's in right now kind of reminds me when he was fighting Kefla in his like in I guess the Omen form.
I still love that fucking scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hype.
Mm-hmm.
Just that point blank Kamehameha.
I just like the style on it.
You do see her fly back. Gabe was right. If you look, you see her go back. You just gotta pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
But I'm glad that both are kind of progressing their own way. This is not per se like a new form for Goku, but it is a certain direction in the Ultra Instinct like branch that he's deciding to take.
And we'll have even more to talk about with this once you actually can see Superhero.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a couple of surprises in Superhero.
Okay. I will give you guys an update. I did see something else for Superhero.
What'd you see?
It was a really quick but really like stylized look back on the Red Ribbon history with Goku intervening with them.
Oh, the first 2 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, it seems.
Yeah, it's hype. It's fucking great.
I was like, this looks really smooth.
I told you, it's some of the best 3D I've ever seen.
But
in
is that
anime.
is that portion like 3D? Like it almost looks
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I have to look at it with my naked eyes.
It like I said, sometimes the 3D there is just so good it looks like 2D animation.
Mm. All right. Because I was fully expecting to see like I already seen that shot of like a Piccolo visiting Gohan and giving the clothes beam and everything like that. So I kind of expected that 3D animation to be like as consistent as that.
I kind of do like they've done two things good with them because they're starting to release more stuff now, so I think people are going to start figuring shit out now.
Mm-hmm.
But before, I had to confirm with a friend of mine because I'm the Dragon Ball stan, and he
Right.
knows he keeps up a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
I had to ask him like, dude, are some of these memes or is this legit? Because you saw the spoilers before I did. He said, oh no, some of this shit's actually like legit. And he told me, I was like, no fucking way. Because like because they kept a few surprises out of the marketing originally, and I'm just like, holy shit, some of this shit is fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm. So
like I would absolutely tell you, but that's only if you want it.
right. No, I'm cool. Just keep it like as is for now, because that That's coming out. Was it August? Right? August?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, in August.
Yeah. No, I can definitely wait for that. It'll
But
be a
if I,
treat to see that, especially since like the manga and the movies aren't going to really touch upon each other for a while.
but here's a question.
Question?
Let's say here's a hypothetical.
Okay.
Because do you want to know how I first saw Battle of Gods?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I first saw Battle of Gods on the internet because it
Sure.
hadn't released in America. It hadn't released in America yet, and we didn't know when it was getting released.
Hmm.
So they released it. Some people uploaded it on the internet with English subtitles.
Okay.
So naturally, the only way to watch it, I watched it. And sure
Right.
enough, as soon as it came to America in theaters, I went and I saw it again.
Hmm.
And so hypothetically speaking, if we find superhero with English subtitles, I mean
I mean that's you, Mark. I've done my fair share of doing that before in the past, but with Dragon Ball specifically, I'm just chill. I'm just chill to like when it happens, it happens. And it'll be a treat.
yeah, no, but you could at least see the sub and then the dub.
The sub and the dub. I mean, like I don't really care for either. Um, yeah, actually, I don't really care for either. Like they're both good. Granted, it took me a bit of a like an adjustment period for Goku's voice specifically, but you know, I think they're both like
Oh man,
stellar.
Toriyama's just released 2 new sketches. Oh, spoilers for people.
Okay, got you. I guess that's gonna make it rounds on the internet as well.
Yeah, if I were you, I'd Ultra Instinct.
I w- Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, hold on. Dragon Ball Super superhero producer breaks down new movies place in manga canon.
Damn. Well, that's actually
Actually,
exactly what we need.
I know. I actually kind of want to hold on a minute.
Okay.
The manga are it says the anime film and the manga are actually on a parallel set of stories with the freedom to experiment for each release of the series. Between this film and Toyotaro Sensei's manga, we currently have 2 lines of Dragon Ball Super running. Iyoko begin. To begin with, the film is written purely as a sequel to Dragon Ball Super Broly. We wanted to
Oh,
pick
okay.
up we wanted to pick up on and meet the expectations of everyone who's stuck with Dragon Ball so far. Along the lines of it'd be neat if this happened, or I hope this kind of character shows up. Continuing
Hmm.
further, Iyoko then explained about how it ties into the manga releases for the series. And in V Jump's pages, we have the continuing story of Goku and Vegeta. We'll see new strong enemies show up and new stories, and events will continue to progress. Of course, Toriyama diligently oversees the storylines for the manga too,
Hmm.
it's like we have events running in parallel in terms of
Hmm.
timeline placement. We try not to build things in
Oh.
too strict. We try not to build things in too strictly. So we try not to build things in the story too strictly. We
Ah.
like to leave margins in the story to allow for a greater degree of freedom,
Hmm. And to that,
which makes sense.
to that I must respond, my guy. I've sat through the lore of the Ocarina of Time split. I'm very familiar with the scenario now.
Hmm.
I
He says
I
he
I I do love the parallel like narrations going on here. Then.
and he says here, for example, he says basically example of how both releases can experiment. For example, Broly himself was an anime original character who was brought into the world of the main series by Toriyama's own hand, and it's
Mhm.
precisely those kinds of margins being left in the world of the fiction that was allowed for and experimented in the first place. To put it simply, things are more interesting this way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, everything he said is absolutely fair.
Honestly, it's just like it starts to like sound a lot like just the anime like anime or sorry the movie anime logics where like it could be there, it could not be there, but
They've already they've already confirmed another project.
mhm. Like I know that One Piece is actually having like their movie and it's dealing with stuff in the past. But
Yeah,
currently, if
One
you're
Piece
just reading
with
up, right, if you're reading up on One Piece, you don't really know about this character per se, from what I understand. So it's kind of just like movie anime only.
well, I mean, we don't know about that. We actually aren't sure what if it'll be canon or not, but we do. It might have to be. because the final saga is coming up, and there's still a lot that needs to be answered about Shanks, and he's the main focus of the movie.
True. It's fair. It's fair.
And yeah, but they did confirm that with the new films that hit theaters in North America this August, a major update has arrived from the team behind the Shonen movie, confirming that work is currently underway on the next anime project for the Z Fighters.
Is that movie specifically, or is it just anime?
They just say an anime project. It doesn't specify if it's a movie or the series.
All right. Well, I guess for now,
but they're already getting to work on another one. I'm like, let's go.
I'm about to go.
Oh.
I'm about to go in the other room. Wait, what? but
yeah, like the chapter was great. Like
right.
I'm very curious as to what that was with Gas at the very end of it.
This is true. It's crazy, like how Gas like gets led on by Alec, right?
Yeah, his brother definitely just uses him.
Yeah, like he has the gall like to take this seemingly like strongest person in the universe, like grabs him like by like the scruff and just like what are you doing?
What did I make you stronger for, huh?
And Goku's like, you probably shouldn't like push him like that. And he's like, shut the hell up. Watch this.
Goku's like, hey, you should ease up right now. Like even his siblings and Goku, they're like, bro, chill.
Hey, chill. But
Goku just said straight up, hey, if he just let him alone, if he wants to come fight again, we're down.
But that's totally on brand for Goku. I understand that.
It is like, Goku has stated before, he doesn't consider himself a hero. Like he said that's just a benefit. Like that's just a nice side thing that he's does heroic acts, but he said, he really just wants to fight.
I just want to fight people, bro.
Here's the thing. It's like he's a nice person. He's a very good person, but he isn't out there trying to be a hero.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I can respect that he can admit that.
Right. Same with Vegeta's like he also is absolutely not a hero, but he has people he cares about now, so he might as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's like, is Goku a hero? He doesn't think so himself, but he usually ends up being one. It's just the fact of, he just wants to fight. It's just good things usually happen out of it.
Yeah. But
like he genuinely is a good person.
Right. I think honestly just Goku as a character just being raised by Gohan at the time and just, going on the adventures he has been, and this circumstances has made him just like a generally good person that you can just like trust if with the fate of the world even.
Yeah. He can be a goofball and a knucklehead, but
he's got morals. He's got morals.
Yeah, he's a good guy and he's got morals.
Right. Which is all we ever ask of this guy, honestly.
Mm-hmm. That's what we love about him.
So this is why you see him like as a blimp.
As a blimp.
Okay, but
another thing to cover. Kenobi.
Yes, I want to really quickly go over though that I'm gonna miss spring anime. I'm gonna miss that. There's a lot of good shows. I know I don't ever talk about it because like I don't know if I I'm in that. Ooh.
What the fuck was that?
That happens here and there. It's like,
what the hell was that?
It was just like immediately.
Did I say I legit just opened up your stream to give you some water?
Okay. All right, give me more water. Thank you. But I'm gonna miss spring anime. There was a lot of good ones.
Yeah, like there was. Like I very much have enjoyed. Basically, I've enjoyed Love After World Domination. I've really enjoyed Spy Family.
Spy Family is gonna be missed. You watched the latest episode, right?
I still need to watch the most recent.
Oh, okay, I'll just say this: it doesn't feel like a finale.
That's because it's not.
It's not. They're gonna continue the production though in October, so
yeah, just a small little break.
Small little break here and there. I'm gonna miss Kaguya-sama Love is War. That's been great. Ascendance of the
It's
Bookworm ended like a couple weeks ago, but that's also like pretty good too.
Yep. And I mean, but there's some bangers coming in the summer.
Yeah, that's for sure. So keep a lookout.
I mean, are you aware of half the shit coming in the summer?
No. Do you have a listing?
I do.
Okay. I still want to watch like the shows such as like I Quit Heroing and Your Boy Coming.
It's your boy
It's your
coming.
boy. Like,
it's your boy coming.
yeah,
Oh, by the way,
that's all
so
like locked away like through Hive Dive, and I'm like, oh man, whatever.
Starting off our list, we have Devil It's a Part-Timer season 2.
That's true, dude.
Which was out of nowhere.
That really was. I'm glad though.
I didn't think it would ever happen. And then we have the second season of Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh boy, you know what? I think I'm just kind of stuck on the manga timeline, so I didn't even like watch the rest of season 1. I just know what it is.
Bro, they're killing us right now in the manga in terms of come on already.
This is true. Now I think there's pretty good progress. As a side note, pretty good progress so far. Is it still technically score 1? Kinda. Yeah.
They're really teasing us on this one. And we're also getting the 4th season of Overlord.
There was a 4th. There was a third. No, there was a 3rd season. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so we'll be getting the 4th season of Overlord.
Impressive.
And Made in Abyss season 2.
Right, that's been on. Man, they're got to tie in a lot.
Then there's the 4th season of the is it okay to pick up girls in a dungeon?
All right. My God, dude.
And let me just think of some other titles here because there's a bunch of them, but I'm just thinking like which ones. The Isekai Harem, yeah, that is coming out.
Which one?
Well, it's called Isekai Mekyu de Harem.
That doesn't really help me over here.
Like, hold on, let me see if I can.
Is that Sword Art Online 4?
Did you hear Sword Art Online?
Did you say Sword Art Online?
Say, it would be if I said Sword Art Online.
Yes, Justin, you degenerate fan of Sword Art. Yes, there is going to be a Sword Art Online 4. I'm anxiously waiting to watch it and judge it.
Let me read the description. A man was about to commit suicide and decides to search for a way to die on the internet. But then he found an odd site that asked a lot of questions and had a point-based system that allows you to create skills and abilities for a character. He took interest in it. And when he finished setting his character, he was asked, "You will now be transported to a world with the settings you chose. Coming back is not possible. Do you still accept?" Then, without thinking much of it, he pressed yes and found himself in another world with the skills and abilities he chose to have.
Not too far flung from some other ones. Honestly, I'm thinking
that was for the manga.
Okay.
The anime is this. Struggling with life and society, high school student Michio Kaga wanders about the internet and lands on an odd website. The website, featuring a number of questions and a point-based system, allows one to create skills and abilities for a character. Upon completing his character, Kaga was transported to a game-like fantasy world and reborn as a strong man who can claim idol-level girls.
Oh my God.
Thus begins the cheat and harem legend of a reborn man. This might be funny. This sounds like it might be funny.
I'm gonna need to double check on this.
On the watch list.
And
of course, there is Ruby.
Oh yeah, that is the thing. Oh God, I just skimmed past this, but the we're not related, so it's okay. But it's also under circumstances that otherwise would tell you. Oh my God. Yeah, dude, it's a. Oh yeah, my stepmom's daughter's my ex. Oh my God. Fuck.
Brazzers?
Brazzers? The anime? I hope the fuck not.
We should call that hentai. But oh yeah, there is that also Isekai Ojisan.
Yeah, I'm trying to like look for other
It's
ones.
gonna be a Netflix thing with the Isekai Oja-san.
Hmm.
But there's also there's the second season of Orient.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's the same mangaka who made Magi.
Oh, Magi. Okay, let me see. Oh, I think I found the one that you were mentioning above. Yeah, yeah, it's the exact same. But I mean, yeah, I've heard about that before. Honestly,
Hmm
I've heard more about the what was it called? Um, the anime that features a very similar thing about. Oh my god, that that one anime about the middle school kids who one like teases like profusely against the other one. Same
I
art
think I know
style.
what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I think I know
that's.
what you're talking
I
about.
think it almost is like in the same universe, if anything. It just has this very same art style.
And I think the trailer for the sixth season of My Hero came out not too long ago,
Yeah, I did see that. I was like, oh my god, they got a lot to cover on that one. They even showed the shot. They showed that one shot, and I'm like,
and it
oh,
looked good.
it does look good. I just saw Midnight. I was sad. I was
And
like,
I mean,
fuck.
I know, and dude, here's the thing: it like the train of big sequels doesn't stop there because in the fall, that's when we get season 6 of My Hero, season 3 of Mob Psycho, the Thousand Year Blood War from Bleach.
Mhm. But listen, all that sounds great. But did you hear about Prince of Tennis 2 coming back?
I did hear about that. Oh, so we also get Spy Family Part 2, second season of
Wait.
Uzaki-chan.
Oh no, okay, never mind. I was like, oh no. There's something about this art style I saw as like the poster cover for this like anime. I was thinking like, oh my
Dear
god.
God, dear God, Justin.
No, no, I think no, it's different. It's different.
No, not that. I'm saying I'm looking at something. Dear God, we're getting the second season of Pop Team Epic.
Oh, got you.
Oh boy,
So dubs all around. Okay.
dub.
Oh, that's that.
Oh, and we're
Okay.
getting a new Gundam.
But yeah, that's cool and all. But aren't you excited for a second season of Love Live?
Love it. Oh,
No,
hey Justin.
no disrespect to anyone who actually really does love it though.
Hey Justin.
Yeah.
I got something to show you.
I mean, is it wrong to share things in a dungeon?
Is it
what?
wrong to share things in the dungeon?
Okay. Yeah. What do we have? What is this? What is this manga?
You know it.
Do I? Do I?
My fight
Hiku.
has just begun.
This is called Futoku no
Glasses.
Guild.
Old
Um,
man. Old man with the glasses.
old man. Oh, oh, that one you're talking about. Like, yeah. Wait, is it the one where like you tell me the premise about like a dude who returns back to the real world and he talks to his like grandson at that point? Like, this is all the stuff that happened. You don't believe me? All right.
Nah, that ain't it.
Then what is this then?
It's the one where I got all. Remember all those meme screenshots I sent of it?
Oh, is that the one with the glasses, dude?
Yeah.
Oh no!
I was like,
Oh,
yes,
oh no!
it's getting an anime. Let's go. This is gonna be so fucking censored. It's so fucking lewd and so like yikes in some parts, but God, it can be very funny,
Yikes. Okay, so that's all of that.
bro. Is there anything else? Let me check. Is there anything else coming?
I don't think so. Oh, you know, I need to also watch Summertime Render. or rendering?
I feel
It's
like I'm looking.
the only problem with that one is that I don't know where it's being distributed, so I never found out like where I could watch it.
Oh, that's right. They are also airing Stone Ocean Part 2.
Oh yeah, that's Netflix, right? Still?
Yeah.
Got it.
JoJo.
JoJo. Sorry, I had to face.
And then in winter, of course, we'll get the the actual last part of Attack on Titan.
All right. You know, sometimes it's best to just kind of forget about like hiatus or just shows
then,
that
of
are
course,
on hiatus.
and then that's going to be 12 episodes. Then we get the 11 episodes of the Swordsmith Village arc of Demon Slayer
Oh,
in
nice.
December.
Nice. They really.
Oh, no, wait. This is this is like that's listing from last year. Oh no, yeah, my bad. These aren't new. These are just from the other.
Oh.
These are just from the other. My bad.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, because yeah, if this was January of the upcoming year, it'd be 2023. You just say 2022. So my bad.
Oh. Okay. You lied to me.
You lied.
The glasses now have to come off.
I fucking love that. I love that panel so much. Dude, when he pulled the glasses out, oh, I fucking died.
He didn't just pull it out, he whipped it out.
He's like, I gotta see this.
Eyes are deceive me, but the glasses tell nothing but truth.
He's like, hold on, let me get. Hold on. I was like, hold on, don't move.
I gotta get my reading glasses on. Oh my god, dude. I think that's everything. Anime wise, I think I'll do a quick transition and let y'all know that your boy finally got those Comic-Con badges. Since you know the whole pandemic has like completely stalled all like Comic-Con for the past like 2 years or so. So that's the thing that's happening next month. I don't think anime is gonna be relayed too much there, but you know, there's gonna be like hints about that, like through Viz or other like vendors and whatnot. So it'll be interesting. The last thing that I was really excited for, but unfortunately could never get, was some special My Heroes like orientated stuff like through Viz. They had the Comic-Con special cover of the first volume. They had that same type of cover, but it was a poster. They usually have like prints, like big spread prints of like certain like panels. I was kind of looking for the poster, but unfortunately, I've already said like my stories about that. That was kind of near impossible to get. Even after being in the front bits of that line, like waking up, I think for 2 consecutive days, super early, camping out, it wasn't working. But should be exciting. Hopefully it's safe. I'll let y'all know, but I will say that during that weekend of Comic-Con, it will affect the podcast quite a bit, whether we have it pre-recorded or we just simply skip a week. So just letting y'all know. This is gonna be real quick. I feel like we've been doing a lot more like animated stuff as far as news, and also the big news that was earlier today. I was just going to talk about the games that I picked up today, or not today, this past week.
All right.
Got some.
I gotta grab a package real quick.
Oh, cool. It's fun enough. These were packages too. So it's coincidental, but it works for the sake of this topic. A lot of these games, these are all Xbox like games, by the way. There's 2 steelbooks as well. These are all on Game Pass, just mind you, but I just wanted to pick these up physically since they were on sale, especially Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite is obviously it's a recent title. There's some weird things about like the physical versus digital multiplayer, which is free to play, versus like the campaign, which isn't free to play, but they're both on like Game Pass regardless. So if you just want to get that digitally, then you're fine. But Best Buy has like their steel like books that also Halo Infinite's also part of. So I went ahead and got this for like $20, and I was like, damn, that's pretty good. So I got the steelbook with that. So it's like nice. Even though I never have to open this at all for the foreseeable future, at least we got it. The next thing is pretty much the exact same thing. Doom 1, which oddly enough, right? Doom 1 was on Game Pass for a little bit and then got taken off. But once like Bethesda joined Xbox and Microsoft, it popped back up on the Game Pass. So you can still get this now. But I do have like an Xbox One copy of Doom, as well as Doom Eternal. And Doom Eternal also had like their Steelbook, so I was able to pick that up too. Doom was actually on clearance for like 10 or so bucks. It was crazy. And Doom Eternal was like 15. So with the Steelbook included, I was like, this is a crazy good deal. So I had to take it. So that was just a pickup for this week. I still need to go out one of these days and see about doing some retro game shopping. Now I'm keeping a close eye out for like a Wii. Actually, it's only the Wii version that there is one of Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, because buddy David is looking for that, who is someone I had. Yeah, I think that's something I didn't really talk about too well. I did talk about a little bit. It happened before the last podcast, but yeah, I'm looking out for that one too. But that's pretty much it as far as that. The rest of the games for pickup are all digital, because one of my other topics was the fact that we had the Steam Summer Sale. It's still going, by the way. Anyone who like who has just a lot of like stuff on Steam probably keeps like an eye out for all this stuff. But I actually did a couple pickups, I think yesterday or the day before. But just to let y'all know what it is, it's pretty much just like one of like the major platforms where you can like get PC games. And I decided to go about picking up Chrono Trigger, the original Final Fantasy VII, and I also got Wallpaper Engine. Finally, pretty much just a way to get some really cool animated like wallpapers nowadays. So I have cool wallpapers for like this computer that's streaming right now, and the game PC, which you'll seldom see, but you know, it's there.
Wallpaper Engine Game of the Year.
Game of the year, honestly, it's the MVP. Like if you got like, I don't remember how much was it, like $4. If you got $4 to spare, then like I recommend it, especially if you're a fan of like certain franchises and you want some really cool like backgrounds. I got
let me shade these physical items.
Oh, these physical items. Oh, got you. So let me see. It starts with Halo Infinite, right? It's the steelbook as well as just like the main like case.
Both?
Yeah, this one came for free when you get this. So
it came for free.
Yeah, the steelbooks are.
I was like, holy shit.
Same thing with Doom Eternal, but they also had like Doom on clearance. So I was like, okay, I'll finally pick up a physical copy of that. So there's that. There's like Doom Eternal, and it's like a steelbook. So that looks really nice. Dude. Shout out to Beefling jumping in the stream.
Dude Eternal.
Dude Eternal.
Dude.
But imagine duding, but like eternally. Also, yeah, so Wallpaper Engine, Chrono Trigger, and OG Final Fantasy VII.
I want to play Chrono Trigger.
Actually, it turns out, well, I mean, this is kind of the case for most like games that get towards the PC. But recently, Chrono Trigger had like an update that really allows it. They got
a lot better.
Yeah, it had like the widescreen support, so you just see a lot of other stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's kind of sick. And I also need to finish that game.
I need to start it because I've just heard so many good things about it.
Yeah. Same here. I unfortunately got stuck. I remember my friend Dennis at the time like loaned me just like, or allowed me to play a little bit on his DS copy of Chrono Trigger. But I got stuck. I don't know like how to like progress forward. I had the frog dude at the time, but I didn't know where to go. And there was nothing telling me like, oh, here, you have to just go here, or there's no way to review exactly what I need to do. So I was just kind of perpetually stuck.
Yeah, so a physical copy of Chrono Trigger is worth a lot of money.
It is. Either copy, whether it be like way back to the SNES or the DS, like it's crazy expensive. Which is why I was kind of focusing on getting games that like otherwise are kind of a pain to just to go like after.
I feel like on the DS, you probably get a lighter amount for it. I think
A
what
little
for the
like lighter, as in like maybe
but on the
$60 a pop.
NES, it says here on the NES it's worth 200 to 1300.
Yeah, something like that. Wait, that's a huge like gap.
That with Mega, then I'm looking at this top 15 list. That's Chrono Trigger was 15. Then it's Mega Man X3 300 to
Oh
1100.
my god, not Mega Man X3.
The original Earthbound for
Oh
350 to 3500.
yeah, no, that's actually prestigious, so understandable.
Castlevania Dracula X 350 to 1900.
Lord,
Harvest Moon 400 to
yikes,
1800.
good lord.
Rendering Ranger R2 from 600 to 4000.
Oh, what the fuck?
Batman Forever Woolworths box set 600 to 4200.
That's so crazy.
Aero Fighters 950 to 1500. Okay, we're almost to the top 5.
Oh, okay.
And here we are. Hagane, the Final Conflict, 1000 to 2000.
Ugh, I never even
Max
heard of it.
Multi-Purpose Arcade Combat Simulator, 1350 to 3500. And then we have top 5. It says Exertainment Mountain Bike Rally Speed Racer, 1350 to $4,000. Star Fox Super Weekend Cartridge, 1400 to 2200.
Bruh. Okay.
Donkey Kong Country Competition Cartridge,
Oh no, not Dinky King.
2100 to 5000.
Ooh.
And then we have Nintendo Campus Challenge 1992, 4000 to $10,000.
I don't know what to tell you. It's crazy time.
And then there's just this. That wasn't even number 1. Number 1 is Nintendo Power Fest 1994. 18,002 ?
Listen, it's an ongoing case. We'll figure it out. I'm just.
It says that it's not unreasonable to suspect that this could actually attract a 6-figure price.
Yikes.
What is the most valuable game of all time?
Something that isn't really well distributed, even at its time, for sure. But I don't know. I think that's just it's based on the person.
Super Mario 64.
Something like that. Like something like that type of copy.
It sold for 2 million
2 million.
for a physical cartridge of Super Mario 64. Oh no, apparently it was a sealed copy of Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
Never opened.
never open. Don't you
From
dare open it. Don't you dare
1985.
open that.
Yeah, so basically, a sealed copy of Super Mario Bros. From 1985 is the most expensive video game ever sold. What is this? With a sale price of $2 million. I just want to know who bought it.
It's me. I bought it. I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, and you say you can't move out.
Yeah, there's a reason why I can't move out.
I bought that.
If I was somehow able to like go in time to the future and I heard about that, I'd smack myself upright and really question what's the value here? What's the real value?
Right, I already know the most expensive game that's been developed, or it's either in development or been in development. It's pretty easy. It's Star Citizen.
Oh, bruh.
I looked at I didn't know that at first. I looked at a list as soon as I read this Star Citizen. I was like, oh yeah, that should be obvious then, because I know Star Citizen, and Star Citizen's been milking they have been milking those donors for a long time, because it is still in alpha, and it looks like it'd be really good.
Okay.
But
Demo.
the company refuses to give a date on when it'll be out of alpha.
Cowards.
And like, I kind of want to, before we move on, I just kind of want to see how much. This is in May 2022.
Okay. While you're looking at that, unless you already get pens open, right?
I got it.
Okay.
As the time of writing, Star Citizen has raised more than $460 million.
And
to put that into context, the most expensive video game ever made that's out on the market currently is Cyberpunk 2077.
bruh. Okay.
Which was in development for nearly a decade and cost CD Projekt Red $174 million. And it's saying that Star Citizen is on track to make $500 million in revenue this year.
It's kind of vicious.
Kind of highway robbery at this point.
It's like you're getting robbed. Like there's no questions.
Like let's think about this. They've got $400 million and it's still not out.
$4 million and a couple of fans would be like, "We'll do this ourselves."
Do it myself.
A lot of it's for donuts. Ooh, that's a lot. Oh, sorry, not a tangent to food. You know, honestly, kind of going back on the topic of just like, I guess this relative topic is, you know, just keep a lookout for if you have a decent PC or anything, or even just get the Steam Deck and just get all those like sales like through Steam. It's great. If you're looking out for like some older games, especially. I was looking at some of the Trails in the Sky series. There's 3 games. I don't have any of them, but they're on sale now, so I might. I also can't just simply hold off for a little bit. But yeah, there's a certain point where like if you miss the mark on some older games, then they'll become like almost lost to you just financially at the very least. Like forget about the availability of it. It's just by sheer pricing and everything. So just keep that in mind. Let me see. All right, and so I think that's everything I wanted to cover. Honestly, I think more of the topic became more of the manga anime side, which I wasn't really expecting, but it's there. Honestly, I just had this tab open for like Murata, and I was just reading the quick about, and I just see Ice Shield 21. I was like, excuse me?
Ice Shield 21?
Ice Shield 21, bro. Like, I saw very little of that, but I was like, this could be hype. Yeah, this could be hype.
This could be hype.
Ooh. Oh, wait. Actually, we never even talked about Kenobi. Or even Miss Marvel, if you been keeping up with that one.
I still need to, bro.
Yikes. I spent a little bit of time before the podcast just to like watch up on Miss Marvel, but
I still need to, dude. I've been putting it off so bad.
I'll say this. This episode's also really good. I just kind of like what they're doing with just kind of telling like Kamala's story. She's kind of like caught in between a lot of things, and she's just trying to get her priorities straight as like a teenager who doesn't know like anything better than, you know, fantasize about like this or that and this and that, and just coming across like new powers like that and trying to balance everything. And I mean, it's not like a Peter Parker balancing act of like superheroes and whatnot. It's just her still trying to figure it out, and a lot of forces are at hand that kind of discourage her, and she's now relying heavily on her family for support. And I think that's a different, like, but also welcoming approach. So that's all I wanted to say about like that episode. But otherwise, Kenobi,
it was good.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. There's something very.
Although
Oh, go ahead.
There are some people who are not very happy.
Oh, I wonder what could be a
I don't
possible
necessarily,
issue.
I don't necessarily, I don't necessarily get it, but I'm sure they have their reasons.
All right.
But I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. I think it's satisfactory. I think there were some issues I had with just like how, things ended up. I had some questions here and there, but otherwise I ultimately just enjoyed it for what it was.
I
It's
especially enjoyed the duel.
the duel was really cool. It's a shame how it ended, but
That's how it's got to end.
it's honestly that's how it has to end. Otherwise it'd be like, wait, what happens now?
You destroyed the cannon.
You destroyed the cannon.
You were supposed to add to the cannon, not destroy it.
I hate you.
The Star Wars fans.
I will say, what we had asked for came true. One of the things we asked for came true, and that was to finally see a cameo. And I was happy about. I was always here. You just
I was
could.
surprised they went. I was like, are they actually not going to show up? I was like, oh, he's there. Interesting. They saved him for the end, but okay.
Yeah, it kind of leads you to this mystery of like what could happen like in between the timelines of like that and New Hope. We'll see.
I guess it kind of makes sense because that's why Obi-Wan was able to become a Force ghost afterwards.
Right. I guess like right now Obi-Wan couldn't really be that right now.
Yeah, but since we saw Qui-Gon come at the end, that's where he learned how to do that.
Mm-hmm. I'm just happy that they got a cameo. I thought it was like that was super cool despite just being a one-off thing. Also, I was completely I should have expected it, right? But I was absolutely dumbfounded when, it was one of those things where like, hey Ben, you want to meet him? It's like, oh, nice.
You want to meet him?
And he just walks up and he's like, hello there. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, how did I not see this coming?
I loved that call though. Hello there. And he gave him the speeder, the little speeder toy.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
Honestly, like I thought it was. Some people are disappointed in it, but like I mean, honestly, I thought it was absolutely fine.
My only questions are like, honestly, like what will Obi-Wan talk to Qui-Gon about? What will the discourse be? And also, what happened to Reva?
I'm fairly certain she's on her own path now.
Fairly certain. I hope I see her in the future then. Otherwise, she'll be just one of those like, oh, well, she's just kind of, never talked about ever again.
I am glad she did. Obviously, we know that she's not going to go through with it. We know Luke survives, obviously, but
right.
I'm glad to see her character learned.
Right. There was
because like people complained about her character. I'm like, her character's really not that bad.
I think it's complicated. That's the status on her character. A bit complicated. She wants to find herself in a very comfortable place. She was traumatized as the youngling, and when it came down to like her decision to like cut down on Luke and fulfill the plan, like it was about who was this for? Who was this really for? And honestly, like she couldn't beat like Vader, so she was kind of lost in what to do. Also, question: how did she get there so fast? That's another thing.
Hyperdrive.
I mean, did she have her own ship? Was that the thing?
I'd imagine.
I thought everyone could just carpool. I mean,
hey, you never know. I mean, they're on a planet. They're on a planet there. Maybe in that base somewhere there's a ship.
Maybe whatever is left of the wreckage that Vader just pulled out, she brought it back in.
She said, all right, and fixed.
All right, fixed it. But nice that like at the end, with it being focused on Obi-Wan, and obviously Jedi's are the main topic at hand for this particular like show. The lack of just utilization of said Jedi powers did feel a little bit lacking, but I understood it as more of a narrative about like Obi-Wan just trying to recover for the past couple of years of just failing Anakin. and him coming to terms with how things are. And that was the main focus of the story. But having said that, the last battle definitely made up for everything, really.
And I do like that he got to say he's sorry.
Yeah. He was
And
sorry.
I did kind of like the comfort.
Yeah.
It's like Vader did kind of give him comfort.
It wasn't you who killed Anakin. It was me. I was like, oh, yeah, all right.
And that's not at all new.
Right.
Like, it's been stated before who really killed Anakin Skywalker was Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's been said numerous times.
It's true. Past. But I guess, like, yeah, it's been said numerous times, but I think Obi-Wan really needed to hear that right then and there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, for anyone, if anyone just thinks, oh, what's this shit they're saying? No, this has actually been a pre-established thing. Like, it's been said before. Anakin didn't die to Obi-Wan or to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Or anybody outside of, Vader.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that is who truly killed Anakin Skywalker, was Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm. Good callback to when he Obi-Wan like bids farewell to Darth instead. He fully accepted that Anakin passed on, and what he sees before him is no longer recognizable as Anakin. So he did what he had to do. Legitimately speaking, like he wanted to find out the answers about or confront Anakin one more time, and finds that Anakin is dead. So this dark person, goodbye.
Yeah, he said. Then his friend is. He said, then his friend is truly dead.
Mm-hmm. I will say that was some crazy like Force stuff. Like that was like.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, remember how like Luke lifted all those toads up from the ponds? Like imagine that, but this is rocks. It was disrespectful too. You just see Vader just getting pummeled by rocks and like, oh god.
I imagine you of all people had flashbacks to fighters.
I'm like, nah, I never think about that. Honestly, it's only when like the joke comes up.
Rocks.
It's only when someone brings up like that specific moment that I think about it. But no, I just saw like Obi-Wan split the river. You know, he split the river as a bunch of boulders just like came after like Vader, and I was like, damn, dude, how can he do this to him?
Mm-hmm.
That rage from Vader right then and there, I empathize with that.
I felt that.
I also understand the fact that I just needed to block. However, I didn't know how to specifically with that one. Because what was it like? What was the proper response with that one? Like honestly, teleporting was the good thing, but blocking that would have been the next thing. But I didn't know if I could block that because I think I was trying to. I think what I was doing, I was crouch blocking, and that wasn't the answer. It was just to back up. That's all it was. But I don't know.
A little bit of space.
Yeah, because otherwise it was like those rocks were in my face. Dude, there was also something else. Personally, that happened recently. Y'all know about the Nuzlocke run I've been running on Twitch for a while now.
Yeah, I remember this.
Yes. So many struggles, right? From just getting the shiny turret twig. I didn't even have the idea of running a Nuzlocke run for this game. I just wanted to get like a shiny turret twig as just a difference in playing this game versus the original Pearl version.
I thought that's where it would end.
and then we kind of like sewed it in. Like, okay, let's do something fun with this one. We won't outright like release like April if she dies, but it'll be a fun little thing we do. It was such an easy run of the game until you reach the Elite Four, and then they shove your shit in.
As they should.
As they really should. The game has NPCs, trainers. Barry's one of them, who are actually really good. They actually have like pretty well like raised Pokemon. But at that point, like they don't have like those true tactics that absolutely scare you. It's only the Elite Four that actually do that. So imagine my response when I met up with Lucian, the 4th trainer in the Elite Four, and he has an Alakazam and throws up Nasty Plot twice, and he sweeps the team without like even a thought about that, and outspeeds.
I forget. Does Nasty Plot, does that also affect their attack speed?
No, Alakazam's just really fast. He was faster than my Gengar at like we were at even levels, like around 67 or something like, or no, it was like 60 something. We were like relatively equal in level, and that Alakazam outspeeds my 197 speed Gengar. So like, this dude's probably sitting in the 200s right now.
So you're almost at 200 speed. You should be
like
fucking set usually.
Yeah, but yeah, unfortunately, it's one of those things where like, there's a reason why you got the experience share. There's a really good reason, and it still wasn't like enough. So it is what it is. It just sucks though, because like, it was one of those things where it felt like if you were following the Nuzlocke rules, you can't really fine-tune your team well enough unless you were really thinking about it.
Unless you just pre-planned.
Yeah, because like, honestly, my team was like at the best. That was like the best team like for any standard run that I had. They weren't EV trained though, and they, God forbid, they didn't have the right IVs for it. But we were doing very well, and then we actually met up with something with an actual tactic at hand. So the past weekend, so far, I've been just working on raising up another team, and now they're ready to take on the Elite Four. Well, not really. You know, the weird thing is that there's multitudes of ways you can like level up your Pokemon. Mine was transferring them over to Legends for the actual like grind boosting. And what I didn't know was the fact that like their moves they got from the original stay like that. Because the moves between like BDSP and Legends are different. They're treated separately. You can get moves in one game and you retain the moves in the other one when you transfer them back. So a lot of my team is missing all the component like, or the important moves. So I have to like heart scale all of them to see what like I can do. And heart scales are not that easy to find. So it's another step, but the plan for vengeance is, it's there. It's not a Nuzlocke anymore. This is just straight vengeance now.
John Wick Pokemon.
Kill John Wick's dog. Oh. Hangs up. Son, I'm disappointed in you. Why?
He once killed 3 men in a bar.
I saw it.
With a pencil. A fucking pencil. That really sells it though, when he says, just a pencil.
Mm.
And then they went as far as to show you, in the next movie, him using a pencil.
We had to know why though.
And it was so brutal seeing him use a pencil.
I just had the Black Knight for reference. That's all I needed.
The pencil, like I didn't know a pencil could be used that way.
You'd be surprised. And you'll be surprised again.
Probably.
But yeah, so that's been occupying my time. Is it a time sink? It absolutely is. But did I want it for revenge? Absolutely. I'm going to. I got like level 100 like Pokemon like strapped right now, and they're ready to absolutely obliterate that Elite Four. Starting with a Palkia named Space Bitch.
A Palkia named Space Bitch.
And your favorite, the Licky Licky Ass Eater.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm gonna lick the I'm gonna kick some ass.
I'm gonna lick some ass.
Unfortunately, Ass Eater also needs to like learn some like good moves as well.
Hyper Beam.
No, I don't think. I guess it's evenly balanced, so it could just use Hyper Beam. But it's a naughty nature, mind you.
Can I just say how much I love that after we named it that, we learned it's naughty nature?
It's a naughty nature.
Named Ass Eater. So perfect.
It's perfect. I just need to teach him like a lot of physical moves so that like he can be a force to be reckoned with.
That was completely on accident. We went ahead.
It was perfect actually.
Like, we did not intend for it to be. We didn't even know it was naughty nature when we called it that. We just said it as a joke, and then we see it's naughty nature. We're like, oh, it's perfect.
Oh, I see how it is.
This worked out.
It works. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, no, that team's gonna sweep. I'm also
Hope
just
for the
gonna,
best.
yeah, we're gonna destroy that Alakazam. We're going to like face Cynthia. We're gonna absolutely like knock that like Garchomp off to like the next dimension. It'll be
Garchomp's
glory.
the biggest problem.
It really is. That's the only problem. And honestly, I think we could have done a lot. It was just that Alakazam. That was the worst thing. And the funny thing is, I've been saying it since like the first time I saw an Abra. I was like, that could be a really big problem. I should probably get one for myself.
Should have had like sticky web on, like a move. Like, isn't there a move that's like sticky web?
That was not until like Gen 5. Yeah, I think it was until Gen 5 that one of the like arachnid Pokemons actually had that.
Really?
I think so.
Because I could have swore that Spinner Arc and its evolution had that.
It might be something just like very unknown to me, but of course, Spinarak and Ariados aren't available.
Oh, String Shot.
Oh, String Shot? Yeah, nah. That's like that's one like one of the baby moves.
Hey man, it would have helped.
What about like Scary Face would have done like be more effective then. But like it's hard because the only one who could really learn that was probably like Gengar, and Gengars are glass cannons. So
Spikes.
Spice could work. Stealth Rock could work.
Poison Spikes.
No one learned Toxic. I'm sad about that. We never learned Toxic.
Hey.
Listen, I could have ran in there with Charlie Cox, and he like throws in like the Toxic Spikes, and he has Roost.
Bruh.
But he never learned it. I was so sad by that. But that's currently what I've been working on. This past week there was a Xenoblade Chronicles 3 direct. We talked about like the leaks about like the next one, but just in total, what they showcased on Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was just kind of an overview of everything you'd expect. And that's coming out next month. And I'm kind of looking forward to it because there's just a lot of cool things that they're showing off. I still need to get through like that one problem area in the first one. But I need to clear through the whole like Pokemon raising thing in order to do that. Because it's bothering me big time. So it needs to be done.
Must be done.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's everything. I think that's everything that's like going on right now. So.
All right. We good to wrap up?
Yes, we're good to wrap up. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been episode 417 of DangIT Prodcast. My name is Justin.
Mark.
And thanks for watching. #bye, everybody.